in my zone.
Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm bringing you guys a review of DreamWorks Superstar Kartz Racing. Now, let's just be honest, this game really stood no chance whatsoever of selling well among the massive amount of blockbuster titles that are out this season, and even obtaining a copy right now might be a difficult task, as it's not widely available in stores right now, even after it was released 3 days ago. Just to let you guys know before we go any further into the video, I have to tell you I'm not a DreamWorks fan. I haven't even watched the Shrek movies. I don't even know where half of these characters originate from. So this review will be from someone that is unfamiliar with the DreamWorks universe. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the review. For a PlayStation 3 title, the graphics on here certainly aren't going to win any awards. Some areas of the tracks are rather bland and have very little detail in them. The graphics are going to be the weakest part of this game by far, and if you're one of those types of people that have a hard time looking past the graphics in a game, you very well may not enjoy this game at all. The game was released across multiple different platforms, including the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo handheld, and it does not support 1080 high definition. With all that said, the racing is smooth with no graphical problems or hiccups, but comparing it to another kart racer such as Mod Nation racers, it certainly leaves a lot to be desired in the graphics category. Now, while the graphics in this game are pretty standard fare, the sound in the game is really well done. Everything from the in-game music to the character voices, they all have a lot of life in them and certainly make the game enjoyable. Some of the comments said between the drivers are actually funny, and the music is really upbeat and goes well with the kart racing game. No complaints whatsoever with the sound. I actually enjoyed every bit of the sound on this game. Now, as far as trophies go, I did a video talking a little bit about the trophies, but to break it down in a simpler, quicker version, the trophies on this game are pretty easy to come by, and I was sitting at 25% with little to no effort after a couple hours of playing. Scanning down the trophy list and reading through them only reveals a couple trophies that I believe will give the trophy hunters problems, as the majority will be collected by just playing through the game on different characters. This is where the game excels and also falls a bit flat. The game is only $30, which is hard to beat that price point on a game that I would consider certainly better than average. The problem lies with the amount of content the game offers, and also with the fact that there's no online multiplayer. It does contain an online leaderboard, speaking of which it appears as if it's not functioning properly, at least it wasn't today, but pretty much scratch the online element either way you look at it in this game. The two-player split screen does work very well, however, so if you have a friend or relative that enjoys Mario Kart style games, you most likely will have fun playing split screen, as it's easy to clearly see where you're going even in the split screen. There's also not that many tracks on the game. It contains 4 cups and 3 races in each cup, and the final and 4th cup is just a nighttime version of the couple of previous tracks. It does have a mirror cup, which I haven't unlocked, but I'd assume, although not certain, that it does allow you to drive the opposite direction on the tracks. I'd say this is essentially half a game at half the price of a retail game. It's certainly not going to be a game for everyone, but if you really enjoy Mario Kart like I do, and you don't own a Wii, this is a pretty good choice for the PlayStation 3. Or if you're a parent looking to buy a game for a younger child, you won't find a much better choice to sit down and have some fun with your son or daughter, as this is an enjoyable game that doesn't contain any major flaws as long as you can look past the dated graphics. While I can recommend this to a younger audience, I do have to point out that the game's difficulty, once you get into the 150cc class, there's 3 classes on the game, that's going to be one of them. Once you get into that series, it can be pretty challenging, so you may want to consider that as well if you're purchasing this for a young child. Anyways, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'll be bringing you guys many more videos soon.